Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the 5-Minute Life Changer, because 5 minutes is really all the motivation you need to choose to change your life for the better. This is National Motivational Speaker, Certified Life Coach Robert Landau. So glad you could join me for another episode of this podcast, which thanks to you is getting more popular by the day. And I want you to know how much I appreciate you tuning in and your support. So, the episode topic for this episode is how to choose yourself. First time, every time. And to kick things off, I'd like to share with you a story of a lady that I met when I was cruise directing on the cruise ships for many years. Her name was Robin. And I noticed her because she, first of all, was on that cruise alone. It was an incredible cruise, a 10-day round-trip Hong Kong cruise of many amazing countries in Asia. So there was a high emphasis on shore excursions, on activities on board, so on and so forth. And as the cruise progressed, I noticed that she was having a good time, but not happy. And so one day, I went up to her and I said, "So, Robin, how did you enjoy yesterday's visit to Seoul, South Korea?" And she said, "Well, I enjoyed it." And I said, "Okay, Robin, by the way you answered that, it didn't sound like you got as much from the visit as you could have. Why is that?" And she said, "Well, I, after the shore excursion, went to this shopping area close to the ship, and there were a lot of really wonderful things that I saw that I could buy, but the shopkeeper kept peddling this one vase, and it was okay, but he kept talking to me, and his English was very good, and he kept dropping the price and dropping the price and dropping the price, and you know what? I just gave in and got it." And I said, "Okay, well, do you like it?" And she said, "Well, to be perfectly honest, Robert, no." And I said, "Okay. Robin, 2 nights ago, right after the show, I saw you at the bar in the show lounge. And it looked like you were socializing with a lot of people, a lot of other passengers. Did you have a good time?" Her answer, "Well, kind of." And I said, "Well, what does that mean?" And she said, "Well, to tell you the truth, these passengers were very nice people, hadn't met them before, but they took a liking to me, and I thought that was cool, but they kept wanting me to try the drink of the day." And I said, "Oh, well, did you?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, how was it?" And she said, "Well, okay." And I said, "Robin, did you want the drink of the day?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Then why did you get it?" And she said, "Because they wanted me to." So I noticed this recurring pattern with her, that she wasn't joyful, she wasn't happy, she wasn't getting the most out of the present moment because she kept putting herself second in terms of what everybody else wanted for her. So that's a metaphor for you. Do you constantly honor the wishes and wants and needs and suggestions and orders from everybody else in your life, professionally and or personally? Or do you finally decide to say, "No, I am going to put myself first"? And when you do that, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no ego connected to that. If you don't put yourself first and do what it is you want to do and find yourself with people and situations that totally resonate with your heart and soul and passion, you're always going to be second. And it's you that is putting yourself in your life that way. Change it up. Don't do anything unless it's really working for you. And it's a very easy shift to make. When you find yourself trying to please others, Be aware of it. As I always say, that's 80% of the battle. And then the other 20% is what are you going to do about that now that you're aware of it? So shift it. Say no. Say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad that that works for you, but it doesn't work for me. And then do things that work for you. Always, always choose yourself the first time and every time. This is vital, and there is nothing selfish about it. Let me tell you something. You are so darn worth putting yourself all the time. And when you do, wow, watch how things change. You're going to be happier. You're going to feel more joy. You're going to feel more passion. You will be truly in and of yourself and who and what you were always meant to be. So do it. Because if you don't do it, who else will? Thank you for tuning in. This has been Robert Landau with the 5-Minute Life Changer podcast. Email me if you wish at robert@the5minutelifechanger.com. Thanks again for being here with me. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you resonated with it, please give the video a like. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with all the motivation I will continue to share with you. Thank you.